Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having an amazing week. And I know I always say that, and I truly mean it. I hope you are having an amazing week. And I just wanted to come on here. I actually did do a video yesterday. And I don't know, it was a little depressing, especially around the holidays. And I'm like, let's don't do that. And I do want to kind of talk about I'm going to share something and I'm going to show you guys because this I was like, how is it if someone wanted to research on YouTube's platform suicide prevention? I'm going to show you. This is what I got. Watch this. Do y'all see that? You're not allowed. I don't understand that, YouTube. If someone needs information or they want to just reach this point for suicide prevention, and I get it, you want to put something out like, a statement or at the beginning of, when things are pulled up or whatever. But for you to sit here and put up this right here, that's actually really unacceptable. And it breaks my heart. And I'm going to go ahead and show this anyway. And I should not have to say I want to show that anyway. I don't get it. I really don't. Because it doesn't seem like by looking through that there is a lot of people that are still talking about this. And until that hits your family, and it doesn't even have to be that, it's just a death in general, you need people that you can reach out to. And there's so much drama or crap on here and it's not just in the community that we're in, it is in a lot of communities. It's very aggravating that if someone needs, how do you prevent this? If you've got a parent out there that is, I don't know if they would even be reaching out or searching it on YouTube or even just, Googling it. And I am so sick of the women that I work with, they're Google happy, and it doesn't matter what the symptom is, they're going to Google it. And guess what? Google isn't the doctor. Just like I am not a doctor. I talk about our experiences and I talk about how it has affected us. Probably not in the way that I should, because there's a lot that I do feel like warning signs and, what is going on in this person's life that you are trying to reach out and get information on. And as you can see, scrolling across the bottom of the screen is the 988. You can call it or you can text it. And it is the Suicide and Crisis Line. So if you do feel like anybody in your family or anybody close or a friend or a coworker that really needs someone to talk to, because either they're going through a situation they don't think that they can make it through, or they feel hopeless or they feel lost. There are a lot of signs and symptoms that are kind of like, well, they are pretty, for me, I say for me, this is my opinion, they're the same as like having major depression. There are people on this platform that are bipolar. On our platform, the community that we come from, and you have highs and you have lows. I have family members that are bipolar, and I guess for me, I'm just like, I don't know how to approach them when they are, I'm talking about family members, because you do have people that are in our community that are bipolar, and when they attack, and then get attacked back, it is a different scenario. So instead of us attacking, we just need to reach out to them. Whether we're enemies or not, we need to reach out, period, and make sure that they're okay. And one person I did reach out to because it was going through tornado season, and not far from supposedly where this person lives, there was a tornado that touched down. Well, because I am that type of person, I reached out just to make sure they're okay, because I don't know. There's so many stuff on here. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all of that on this video. But the signs and symptoms of depression is rampant in a lot of these genres. And it's not just the MobTube. It's not, some of the other communities I'm in. It is vast. And that is sad that it is so widespread. Families don't expect something like this to happen. But when it does, like when that happened to Trey, I think we were really still in shock. Even after 6 months to a year, still in utter shock. It isn't just the initial shock. And Donnie's gonna get mad, but he did go into a depression. And we tried to work through. I'm not saying I didn't. Maybe I didn't show that I was in a depression. But we worked through everything. It didn't destroy us. Mainly because we are very two strong-willed people. And we're not going to let anything come between us. And we are absolutely not going to let anything happen to us or the rest of our family. So it was very hard. That initial shock, thinking, no, this, it can't be real. And when people say it's surreal, it's really, that's that feeling. It's surreal. Like, this isn't happening to us. I have explained before my first experience with it, I was in high school. My second experience was my mom's best friend's son. And I still could not believe it then. And then Trey. And then right after that was a friend that was from high school. And it's just like, we don't realize sometimes what other people are going through. I'll give you an instance. Some of the people I work with really, truly do have mental issues. And I guess what aggravates me and frustrates me is that even though they're seeking help, what their problem is it is a chemical imbalance. And you truly need medicine to help you balance out. They refuse to take it. And it shows every single day. I have never in my life, until we moved here, met women and I'm not bashing women, I'm not bashing these ladies. I've never in my life met a couple of women that truly, truly needed. I mean, I've met them maybe, but I've known them for years now that need to be on medication. and they refuse. And there is nothing we can do about it. If you refuse medication, you refuse medication. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing at work we can do about it. And so everybody else around them is suffering while they are dragging everybody else down because they're refusing to truly get help. Just because you're going to a psychologist and you are talking through stuff, and they have suggested and even wrote prescriptions, you need to be on this. Their refusal is, to be honest with you, very disappointing. Because when you have a professional telling you that you need to be on medication and you're refusing, you make work life hell. Because if I say something to them, or I get in trouble and say, well, I'm discriminating against them because they have a mental issue. Well, if you knew, you know you have a mental issue, you need to get on medication. The true decline of this person is sad. And it's sad that, I've heard this person a year into her employment say this is the reason why she quit the last job, was because she had just had enough. And she blamed everybody else. And I really believe, not a scientific fact, or I'm not a doctor, I do believe that people that do have mental issues, they always blame somebody else. They cannot and refuse to take responsibility for their own actions. Because in some ways, I don't even feel like they know what they're doing, even though things have been spoken with them and this is, what you're doing, and not the only person that has noticed it. They still refuse. Same way, when you have someone that is in a deep depression, like Trey was, you assume everything is okay. You talk to them on the phone. My heart's racing. And the next thing you know, you're getting a call that they committed suicide. Not just a week prior. Yeah, less than a week. Everything was great. Not great, but seemed like they were in a mental state that this would never happen. Donnie and I are going to talk more about this on Friday night. Because I feel like y'all need to hear it from him as well. It doesn't get easy. It's very hard to deal with, whether it's suicide, whether it's murder, or even an accident, and someone passes away. It's never easy. It's not something that will ever go away, ever. But you have to pull your big girl pants up. I know I'm not a big girl, so I'm gonna throw a little jab in there. You've just got to keep going. You also have to remember that maybe one day, you will see them. If that's what you believe, you will see them one day. And yes, I know what the Bible says. The Bible says a lot of stuff that some people do every day. So does that mean everybody's going to hell? I mean, I'm just saying. So I do believe that we will see our loved ones. We might not recognize them or know them, but I do feel like we will see them. And I don't know. I have my own opinions about all of that too. You know, reincarnation. I mean, I do. I have my own opinions, but this isn't about that. I do feel like families that are had this tragedy in their lives has to know. I'm not saying that it gets better or easy, but you were able to get through it. You will come out on the other side, 100%. Just like Nick, I told Nick when he threatened to jump off a bridge, it's not worth it. People don't understand because in that moment, they're not thinking about anybody else. They're only thinking about their situation, what they're going through in that moment. They're not thinking about the repercussions of my kids. What are they going to do without a dad? My wife, even though my wife was cheating on me with a doctor because she was a nurse. You know, what about my family, my parents, my grandparents, my siblings? You know, they're not thinking about any of that. And I guess that's probably a reason why I don't blame Trey. I can't say that. I did get very angry and very mad for a very long time. Still kind of a little angry, I guess. But he chose to do what he did because he thought there was no other way out. I had to take a pause. I had to pause. No, y'all probably didn't see that, but in case there's a little skip, I had to take a pause for a second. I want families to know that have gone through this out there that you're not alone. You will never be alone. Ever. And if by chance you are researching this, or not researching, but looking things up, know that you're not alone. And there are actual true good people that are out there that want to help you. I have always been not an advocate for psychiatrist or psychologist either. I just feel like they tell you what you want to hear. And maybe that is my downfall, is that I feel like a friend, not necessarily a family member, because family members will do that too, unless you have strong family members that do not tell you what you want to hear, but tell you the truth. But first and foremost, just an ear to listen. No matter what time of day or night. We should always be there for people that need it, period. If you know anybody that's going through this, or you suspect anybody, I mean, my gosh, reach out to me. My email address is in the description of our channel. And like I've said before, you know, this really has nothing to do with paranormal. And yes, we love the paranormal, and we are going to get back to that. But I do feel like this time of year, there are more people that are struggling with depression. And it isn't even just this time of year. The last 3 years and 11 and a half months have been a struggle for a lot of people. Financially, a lot of it is financial. And you sit there and think, I can't do this anymore. I mean, I've got life insurance, I've got insurance through my job, you know, but that should never be your first out or recourse to do something, ever. And I know that I see something moving over there in my closet. Oh my gosh. I know it's hard. People say, well, it's hard for you to say. Well, it's not, because we've gone through it. I don't know. I just feel bad this time of year. And I don't know why this year has really, really hit home. Every year does, but this year's been really hard. Especially since October. It's been really hard. You know, it was 2 years into the position that I'm in before anybody had any idea. I'm not a very personable, like putting my personal business out there at all. There's a lot of people that have no clue. And it took me 2 years to even say anything. Because I don't like putting my business out there. But then I come on here and I want to help people. So we do try to put certain things out there if somebody needs help. There's a lot of the women at work have no clue, none, what we do. And I don't want them to know. It's just me. I really didn't want to come on here and say what I had. I said, you know, putting some certain things out there. But then you see all the mental health that is actually going on in this world, in the United States. I don't know about the world. I ain't going out in the United States. No way. So whatever. But we all have to put beefs aside. Everybody's done something in these communities that is not great. But we can't live in the past. And I think I don't live in the past except for with Trey. And I guess that's the reason why it's been really hard since October. And anybody that's ever lost anyone, I know it's got to be hard. I know it does. It's got to be hard. I know it's hard. But you're not alone. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. You are not alone. There are thousands of people, except for when you try to go on YouTube and just seek out any type of information. Like if I'm a parent and I want to go and seek this stuff out, and then I get that says you're not allowed. How am I not allowed? Is it because that is such a sensitive topic? This is a sensitive topic. I get it. But if I am a grandparent that is searching and, you know, I go on to Google and you see these videos, or you see, you know, communities that, you know, are there to help and support each other. And you get that one thing. YouTube, you failed on that. You have miserably failed on that. And that is a shame. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. Don't forget, Friday night, Donnie and I are going to go live. And you guys can come on here, ask us anything. We both have some things that we want to say and address. It's not going to be all drama, because we kind of got tired of that. I really do kind of get tired of the drama. I really do. It's very tiresome. It's mentally tiring. I mean, really, I don't know about that, but maybe it is for some people. My work is mentally tiring, 100%. Dealing with the women that I deal with, I've always told myself, if I do find another job or if I leave this company, I can't work with women. I just really can't. I've never in my life seen grown women, 65-year-old women that want to hang out with 30 and 32-year-olds. Uh-uh. There's nothing in common. For me, there's nothing in common. Been there, done that. Don't want to go hang out at bars. I don't even care if I was single, I would not go hang out at bars. That's just not me. I guess I'm just more classy than. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. You guys don't forget, Friday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Love you guys. If anybody that needs anything, they just need somebody to talk to. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, or if you're just watching this, you want to reach out, my email is in the about. I kept saying description. In the about section of our YouTube channel. And again, YouTube, you failed miserably on this. Because anybody should be able to look that up without having this thing that says you're not allowed on there. But anyway, guys, peace out. Stay salty.